Dude, this song live was crazy. Yes, I love SLOP. I think my favorite thing about SLOP is that it pisses people off. That makes me happy. We should shitify everything. It makes me smile from fucking ear to ear. I legit forgot I had this stream over. He gave me a heart attack. Hi, welcome to the stream. Whoa, guild pack, come on. So what? Architect looks ugly as fuck, you know? And it's like the playtester sucks, and it like automatically like filters your shit into like categories for you, you know, and it like does it by those categories instead of by card type, but their categories are better. NGL, I don't know, I don't really use categories that frequently. I mostly just sort by card type. I will be running a couple of mid rolls through this stream just because I do expect to catch a raid, and I don't want the raiders to catch like 5 minutes of ads. So every so often, I'll run 1 minute of ads, and I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna like sit completely still while those ads are running, so you're not gonna miss anything for Twitch. Um, okay. That being said, I've already run ads. Great news. I saw this band live. Let's see. I love them. Actually, wait. I don't think it'll play the pausing the music because I do have a video concert. I had such a good time here. I need to off. Okay, desktop audio is now being recorded. So I don't think VOD watchers are gonna get to listen to this, but this show rocked. Oh, that was me. Yeah, YouTube won't get this either. True. Sorry, YouTube. Second class viewers. That woo was me. Yeah. No one knows what we mean, Willow Destroyer boy, because um that was Mannequin Pussy. YouTube doesn't get ads though. True. True. Jeeves McCreeps. Thank you to subscribe. Thank you for the prime. Whoa. Look at this cool legendary creature that we're gonna guess. Greentitania. So this is a Titania. Whenever a land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. So this is Protector of Argoth. As a green legendary creature, one creature type, makes creature tokens. That's like a quadruple lock for Titania. It's just a matter of which one it is. Add 1 mana of any color. Create a something something white or black or green. GOB. Human. Nope. So it makes a creature token. WHERE. Create X, where X is the number of ENCHAME you control. So it's something you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Ooh, ARTIF. I can't spell. ARTIFACT. So it is a subtyped artifact. EERMANTS. No. Oh god, guys, listen to this fucking track, by the way. This was just auto-played to me. And this guitar rocks. Sorry once again, YouTube, who don't get music. Look up this song, YouTube viewers. This song's very good. I was thinking enchantments too. What artifact would have a subtype here? Oh, it's a bobblehead. You are right. Charisma bobblehead. Is it always the same card? No. Spell fight changes every day. Mentions return. Oh, brother, we're spoiled for choice. Let's do my favorite, unsubstantiate. Return target creature or spell to its owner's hand. Are bobblehead slop cards? Yeah, they're the sloppiest of slop. They're parasitic on top of being slop. It's beautiful. Creature 3 power, mana value 2 blue. Holy fuck. That's tough. Oh, Moat Piranha. Power, toughness, and mana value are all different. So what's a defender? Yeah, can we get some oinks in the chat? I am a pig and I love slop. Power, toughness, and mana value are all different. So CMC 2. And then like a 1/3 of some sort. Let's do Kinesos, Priest of Thassa. Dan's a good one too. Black, mana value 3. Mentions return. You could do Necromancy, right? Necromancy doesn't mention return. Wow, I'm stupid. Thank you, Peckle Enjoyer, for getting a deck review for next week. Yeah, it's probably put, right? Black CMC 3, creature 3 power. Let's just do Warren. Oh, Warren Soul Trader might be a 2/2. I don't know if Warren Soul Trader's a 3/3 or not. It's in Modern Horizons 3. It probably has 3 power. I was correct. Okay, 3 mana value, but everything's all different. Preacher of the Schism. Power, toughness, mana value, all different. Green CMC 4. Radagast might be a 3/5. Beast Whisperer is a 2/3. So 2, 3, 4. Creature 3 power, mana value 4. Green CMC 4. But it has 3 power. Every 4-drop I know in green is like 17,000 power. I'm going through every green 4-drop in my head. And it's like Erasta of the Endless Web. That's 2 power. I'm losing it, chat. I literally can't think of one. What, like 4 mana 3/3? World Shaper would be a good one, yeah. Lizard's a 4/4 or 5/5 even. Lizard's a 5/5. Brawn. Yeah, Brawn. I don't even think about Brawn stats though. I just throw that fucker in the graveyard and stop thinking about him. Yeah, feel free to shout in the chat whatever. Blossoming Tortoise is a good one. Feel free to shout in the chat. I won't use anyone's mentioned in chat. One will hit me eventually. Let's go to green CMC4 mentions return. Fuck, what's the name of the Elvish, not Reclaimer, Elvish Rejuvenator. That's from Foundations. What? Am I stupid? Damn it, it is the land one. What am I thinking of? Elvish Regrower. That's what I was thinking of. Creature 3 power. Oh. Dude, I play so many green decks. The fact that I cannot think of one is killing me. Beast Whisper's a 2/3. Choo Choo Beans. Ton is 2 power. Yeah. Beast Whisper's a 2/3. That's Harold and Bob, I think you're thinking of. And I don't know if that's 4 mana. Oh, Old Growth Troll. That's a 4/4. And it's 3 mana. So you're wrong on both counts, Harry Coin. Let's just Sunseeker. That's funny. Sentinel of the Nameless City's 3 mana. You're incorrect. What's funny, I can like call all of you out for being wrong, but I can't think of a 3 power 4 mana creature. I don't know any card from Spider-Man, Sidaro. Primeval Herald's a good one, yeah. There's another moment, chat. Something will come to me. Dude, I thought of Spike Weaver, and it's like, that's a 0/0, but it enters with 3 counters on it. I'm fucking cooked, dude. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I can think of like at least 12 4 mana 5/5s. 6? Dude, what are you on with 6? You need a doctor. 6 is a 3 mana 2/4. It can be multiple colors. I heavily recommend Navase if you're going to Denver. Best game store, in my opinion, is Enchanted Crown's Littleton. I'm trying desperately to think of a 3 power creature. I promise, chat. I'm trying my heart out. Dude, why is Yasharn a 4/4? That shit's fucked up. I've never been this stuck on a question my entire life. Vizier of the Menagerie. Thank God we're out of this hell. Blossoming Tortoise was mentioned in chat earlier. Siege Rhino. That's a good one. Maybe. Is Arasta a 3/5? I thought for sure Arasta was 2 power. Arasta isn't in this deck. It's in Farrakha. Oh my god, Arasta's 3 power. I thought Arasta was a giant spider. I thought it was a 2/4. No, they gave her +1/+1 for no reason. Yeah, but every Glissa isn't 4 mana value. Which was part of the hoop. All right, let's actually get into some deck reviews, huh? All right, do we have vanilla? Oh, yeah, I imagine you're vanilla bean. So as always, we're going to take the Archdeck list and convert it into something that doesn't look like shit. Gilgamesh Master at Arms. Say it with me, everyone. I'm a pig and I love slop. Whenever Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number. Okay, so it's fucking it's that one stupid goblin, but for equipment. You may attach one of them to a samurai you control, though. So you only get to attach one. Muxus is stupid. Chuchi Beans, level with me. Muxus is dumb. That card is stupid. Siege Rhino's a 4/5. You know what? That makes sense. All right. Let's read the blurb. I've literally just been brooded and I've been goldfishing it a lot. It seems pretty brutally consistent and able to dumpster someone quite consistently. Turn 5 or 6 most of the time. Plan is just ramp, play Gilg. Ideally hasten and start clapping face. Try to keep it bracket 3, though suggested ratings bracket 2 feels disingenuous. It feels consistent enough. I just worry about the long-term survivability of the deck. I know it's Voltron, but goldfishing. I also wonder if there are any glaring omissions / fun ideas you could add. I've been a real thing for adding fun old cards to decks. That's not English, but I'll let it slide. I'm sorry. What can I get this in English? Okay. Muxus requires you to kneecap your deck by playing terrible goblins. No, it doesn't. I think we're talking about Muxus on 2 separate angles. In Commander, maybe. Muxus in Legacy was very good for a time. Very, very good. Because you just run 4 of each of the best goblins. Yeah, I went to SCG Con, Giant BX. Yeah, Muxus is a gross card. I had things in like glacial crevices. So I imagine you mean glacial chasm. In which case that's actually kind of bad for your deck because since when are your legacy channel? Choo Choo Beans, get off my dick. Back off. Get out of here. I talk about eternal formats all the time. I love eternal formats. Yeah, you don't have to run bad goblins for Muxus too. Like, you have Goblin Recruiter. It's right there. Like, Muxus is a good commander. Yeah, we are a pig channel and we love slop. Legacy included. So I wonder if there's any very good top deck manipulation for this sort of deck. I don't think there is. I am very opposed to Kazul's Toll Collector. I don't know. I don't like these free equippers. It feels like we should be equipping a Gilgamesh and that's it. Are we running Helm of the Host? Are we doing like some weird combo for no reason? The answer is no. So I'm impressed by the fair Godo. Okay, I like Goldwarden's Gambit though. Yeah, Helm is sweaty. Yeah, like Brainstone would be funny. I think I'm on the Brainstone train for sure. So I like the Bolt Bend Untimely Malfunction. Those are going to be suggestions of mine if you didn't already run them. Magnetic Theft I'm not really into. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like we needed like a Sword of Fire and Ice. Yeah, Metalworker if we were made out of some sort of $1,000 bill. Love a good Fire and Ice. You got to use the cute Bloomborough art. Sundering Eruption can help get Gilgamesh through. Oh, it's already in. Beautiful. Windows security, Microsoft Defender 70. We did not find any threats since our last scan. Great. Why do I need to know? Just work in silence. The Discover 4 artifact. Experimental Frenzy is funny. I don't know what you're on about with it's not good. What does it say? You can't cast spells from your hand? Yeah. I think that's fun. Yeah, Adaptive Omni Tool is very good. Okay. So I want to start turning more of these mountains into MDFCs. And the simple reason is that we have now added a top deck manipulator card. Like, Kazul's Fury is a bit middling, though, because you don't always want to cast that. Thanks, Ren, for getting a deck review for next week. Pinnacle Monk. Shatterskull Smashing. Spikefield Hazard. Valakut Awakening. Right. Actually, let's get our Urzasog out. Journey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5, 6 here. Gilgamesh. Oh, yeah, we're having a good time. Noom. That's Vigilance. Holy explosion. Adaptive Omni Tool. It doesn't have haste, though, so we couldn't have attacked last turn, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow. Okay. I think once you get Gilgamesh in play, you don't need to play anything else for the rest of the game. This is very similar to my Safara deck. So I feel like for me, I want to see just a ton of protection. Like just like a ludicrous amount of like redirection spells, even if there's 3 or 4 mana. Zerthroth Shack, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub. So I think Snort's out. I think Imposing Grandure's out. Return the favor. Not only doubles Gilgamesh trigger, but also can redirect. Wild Ricochet, why not? Cut Mountain for Mesmeric Orb. Okay, Mill Fetishist, like, why? Okay, this is crazy, right? This is just stupid. Oh my god, this is the dumbest hand in the world. All thanks to fucking Brainstone here. Dink, dink, whoop. 1, 2, 3. Yo, Phelan Z's06. Thank you for 10 gifted subs, if I see that correctly. Thank you so much. All right, Embercleave on top. Smoke Bomb on top. Shadow Spear. Next turn. Oh, we drew Smoke Bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bink. Gilgamesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, great news. Embercleave is here. Let's move to attack. It has haste because of Generator Servant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Buster Sword. Lovely. Let's also put Hunted Cloak right here. This is turn 4. So we're going to draw a card and play Masterwork of Ingenuity on Buster Sword. And then we're going to draw a card and we're going to play Loxodon Warhouse. Zertho Shack, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Promoting our scam train to level 5. Anyway, of course, Phelan's name. Nate Sab, thank you for the tier 1. Tons of subs these last 2 streams. It's been pretty crazy. Anyway, so look at the board state. And that's the end of my argument. Dude, we just got someone redeeming first. Congratulations, Miss Marcy D, for being the first chatter today. All right, there's your Gilgamesh deck. It's going to work fine. Next up, Queef! Spelled Q-W-E-E-F. Okay. Okay. We do have Queef in chat, right? Sound off Queef. If not, we shall move on until they arrive. Dova Sticky. Whoa. I think I saw Dova Sticky in chat. Yep, you're here. Okay, great. All right. So what we're going to do first, update to cheapest. Beautiful. I can now read your deck. moving on, let's read the blurb. And Togafu, thank you for getting a deck review for next week. It's fine if I am not there, but you are here, so congratulations. Either mill my opponents or just make them suffer with rad counters and proliferate. Okay. No restrictions besides bracket 3. First time trying to make a mill deck, trying to make a proliferate mill deck with rad counters. I don't know what a usual mill game plan is besides decking your opponents. The rad counters are there because I find them funny, and proliferate also works with the orc zombie / army. Okay. I think you need a lot of blue sources for Mind Skinner. Yeah, 17! 17 blue. So 17 is definitely very criminally low for a Mind Skinner. You would want to have, here, I'm going to pull up Kinesis. Kinesis is a very good example of this. For reference, a 4-drop with 3 pips, aka Cryptic Command. Do you know how many blue sources you need this to work? On curve? Every time? 32 is still too low, I think. Like, I think it's supposed to be like 33 or 34. Now, like, okay, let's just like play test an opening hand. Like here, you would cast the Mind Skinner. Here, okay, you could cast the Mind Skinner. Here, you'd cast the Mind Skinner, but nothing else in your hand. Okay. It seems to be working. I mean, math is not on your side. I mean, yeah, okay, listen. We had sample size of 3. That's not the point. Karsten, the sacred text of Karsten. Yeah, I don't know what Cabal Ritual's doing here, nor Dark Ritual. These scream combo to me, which we're not. Big thing I want, Altar of Dementia. Big thing I want, ding, ding, ding right here. Second thing I want, Muddle the Mixture. You have Cyclonic Rift, you have Altar of Dementia now. And you have Mesmeric Orb. Like, okay, great. You already have Muddle. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I don't like the Mind Skinner. Okay, Zelix gets really gross with Sauron because opponent casts a spell, you sack the army to Altar of Dementia, the Zelix mill happens, right? Like, it's pretty cool. Water Crystal's in, beautiful. What commander do you think is the most effective for incremental mill? I think Mothman's pretty good, but I mean, dropping red wouldn't be too hard for this deck to do, but I'm not gonna redo the commander because there's just so much work involved with that. Way more than $35 worth. Phoenix is very good at incremental mill. I agree. I would like to see a Kazul Sphere. Vraska feels a bit slow. All right, let's play test this and see what feels dead. We have red, blue, and black in our hand. All right, I think I'll just get Thundering Falls. Okay, I do not like Struggle for Project Purity. There's already a bit that I don't like here. I don't like propaganda style effects. Your opponents kind of opt into them, and there's a lot of win cons that don't involve hitting you with a ton of creatures. If your regular play group is like 3 Selesnya aggro players, then this card's pretty good. But something tells me that you have like a bit more of like a Gray Merchant of Asphodel going around, like a little bit of like a weapons manufacturing here and there, or a combo over there, and that helps you with none of those. It's not even protection. Like, I'll take the 2 rad counters if it means I'm having your life total. You know what I mean? I agree. Rad counters are good, but not when your opponent gets to opt into whether or not they're swinging at you. Right? Like, it's a 4-mana do nothing card in most tables. It'll do like, it'll add like 6 or so rad counters at some other tables, and then you have the extreme Selesnya, oops all Selesnya, whatever, you know, tables, but it's not a very good card. That's all I mean. I would like to see an Astral Cornucopia. Dude, I don't get people's fetish with Visions of Beyond. Can someone explain why people like that card? Let's get Raucous Theater. Yeah, I'll get to Graveyard Hate in a moment. I kind of just need to see if there is enough already. Oh, yay. Oh, wait, no, I can't tap anywhere else. Okay. Think you get 2 rad counters. Do you mill individually for rad counters? Or are they all at once? You mill individually for rad counters? You don't mill X, where X is the number of rad counters. You mill 1, mill 1, mill 1, mill 1. Is that really how that works? Because that seems stupid. You mill for each rad counter. Okay, that I know. I know how rad counters work. My question is each rad counter an individual all at once? Okay, that's what I'm asking. Mill that many cards. Yeah. Yeah, it's one instruction. Okay, so they're milling 6. The person you hit is milling for 6. Oh, good heavens. A Thrumming Bird for me? It's only 1 blue mana. And a Glasspool Mimic on the Roach. This is meant to be an incremental mill deck. If we added the fountain, it would be a combo deck, Quasit. All right, yeah, this is pretty mill heavy. I don't know if that wins the game, though, is the only issue. Okay, don't like Radstorm. So Mindcrank says whenever an opponent loses life, that player... So we do already have a combo. We do already have a combo. It is a hard combo to achieve. You need to activate Blood Chief Ascension and then Mindcrank. So... But there is already a combo here. Phyrexia Jace mills like one player for 15 and then nothing else happens. Probably not. This is like probably a Doomsday Excruciator deck, if I'm going to be honest. But once again, this is very combo-like. But you do run Urborg, so it is actually deceptively easy to cast this thing. No, I wouldn't put Giant Eldrazi in here. I do want to see more Grave Hate, though. Like, more than Bazooka Bog and Bogart Trawler. I feel like you definitely need, like, a Nihil Spell Bomb kind of effect. Or two, even. It's just, like, so risky to not go without these. Oh, Douthy's a very good one. Douthy's already in. Soul Guide Lantern. Very dangerous not to have some graveyard exiling. Zooming Aberration out. Although it is pretty decent. It's just, it does kind of conflict with the Grave Hate I just added is the only issue. But I like it with the Kazul's Fury. Like, imagine a huge consuming Aberration, and then you can Zul's Fury someone with a Mindcrank on board. Hilarious, right? Hilarious. Yeah, more board wipes would probably be apt as well. So I'm probably going to cut only the things that hit your own graveyard. Like, this synergizes with milling your opponents. So does Necromancy and Anime Dead. So those synergize with milling your opponents, whereas those other ones didn't. I'm going to add a Toxic Deluge and Chandra's Ignition, I guess. Beyond the Quiet. I'm pretty sure that's not in our colors. Oh, you're not thinking of Beyond the Quiet. What's it called? That you're thinking of the white one. Singularity Rupture is what you're thinking of. Only issue is that Singularity Rupture is a combo with Bruvac in the deck, right? I guess it isn't a combo with Bruvac. You need to find a way to make him indestructible. Emperor of Bones is pretty decent, but it doesn't work against Eldrazi, which is my main concern, Katapi. Right, with Nihil Spellbomb, you can activate this in response to milling over a Kozilek. Right. Same thing with Soul Guide Lantern. You can activate this in response to the reshuffle trigger from an Eldrazi Titan. You can't do that with anything else. Like, Douthy's also here. That works. But, you know, Bazooka Bog is sorcery speed only, etc. I think I'm going to remove an island and add a Teleria West. And this is only for Astral Cornucopia. I'll also add a Trinket Mage. Just to get Nihil Spellbomb, Soul Guide Lantern, Soul Ring, or Astral Cornucopia. Like, that's a reason to have Trinket Mage. And then Teleria West can get Astral Cornucopia as well. I cannot state how good Astral Cornucopia is in a Proliferate deck like this. Thank you, Soren Markov, for getting a super chat saying Soren Markov. Let me get rid of Bone Miser. Bone Miser kind of already implies that we have Sauron in play and we're doing stupid stuff. All right, let's play test. Dink. Let's say 6 cards. Dink. Surveil 1. Hang on, wait. Blue 1/2 Trinket Mage. View Library. Astral Cornucopia. Everflowing Chalice 1 counter. Next turn. Undercity Sewers Surveil 1 now. Wheel of Fortune to Graveyard. 1, 2, 3 Astral Cornucopia. 1, 2 Call the Ring. Next turn, draw. Black Blood Chief's Ascension. We have the combo in play, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Singularity Rupture. I mean, that's hilarious. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Singularity Rupture. Empowered Auto Generator is too slow. I feel like you're not running enough proliferation. If you want to like really lean into proliferating. Like, I like Experimental Augury. Ripples of Potential. These are both in already. Listening Sphere's fine. We're just not really infecty is the issue. Non-token artifact. We do run 15 of those. All right, we've officially reached too much mana value. All right, and then we'll just cut like some rando cards for the deal. I feel like Bloatfly Swarm's a little too hard to get going. And I don't really like Ring Sight as a tutor. I don't like the Drake. I used to run Viral Drake in a Proliferate deck with Tekkathal, and it's never impressed me. Okay. I think this is about to go. White and blue's fine. Truth and Justice is what you're thinking. Once again, do we have Queef here? Next up is Talia. If we don't have Queef. Oh, Iara! I play Iara. Okay, Queef is here. We'll go to Iara next, though. Yeah, so Talia will do you after this deck. Okay, we have Get Pregnant. I have the history in the primer. Probably easier to read it there. Need to remain within bracket 3 and 0 as the commander, but no other limits. Need to consistently win the game on turn 6 and 7 and reduce the power within bracket 3 while remaining true to 0 as the commander. Okay. Primer. What's the primer? Reading. Oh, I did not copy the primer. Let's recopy the Moxfield link and read the primer. Aristocrat sack value with a pod sub theme. Okay. So we can get Carrying Feeder, Death Ray Shaman. Okay. Do we run Yawgmoth? We do run Yawgmoth. This is looking very good so far. I love the Kolrath Knight. That's very cute. Mazarek's insane. Radiant Performer, of course, is broken and broken. Why don't you like Ringsight? Okay. Chris, I'm going to paint a picture for you. For those that don't know, we're talking about Ringsight. This card. So, let me paint you guys a picture with Ringsight. You have a creature in play. You cast Ringsight. The ring tempts you. You're gonna choose this creature as your creature that shares a, like, you know, you're gonna ring bear this creature. It'll become legendary, and then you get to tutor. In response, someone goes Infernal Grasp, Chaos Warp. You know, like, just removes the creature. This won't always happen, but this is not a dies to removal argument because, and this is the major reason why it isn't. Ringsight doesn't just die to removal, your creature does as well. You get 2-for-1 by removal spells if they happen. It's very bad when your tutor just doesn't work. I would almost always rather see a, yeah, no, Chris, this card is very mid. Only if you have one creature. That's not true. You can hold up multiple removal spells, Choo Choo Beans. Like, no, this has a weakness. It is very bad. Very bad's a strong word. I don't like it. I don't like the card. That's the simple truth. So then it's a 2-for-2. No, it's a 2-for-3. Choo Choo Beans. This spell gets countered. Removal spell kills your creature. Removal spell kills your creature. Removal spell kills your creature. Removal spell kills your creature is a 2-for-2. This getting also countered on the stack when 2 of your creatures get removed is a 2-for-3. You need a logical legends to justify this. No, the ring tempts you, makes your creature legendary. A purple pancake. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It gets countered by, like, good removal, which is just like, I don't want my card to get countered by good removal. I want my tutor to work. Listen, I love the arguments for Ringsight. I've given my justification. We're moving on. If you're still like, I disagree with you, ELK, that's beautiful. I love that we all have independent thoughts, but you're just wrong. Yeah, exactly. Better 3-mana tutors exist. Well, okay, I am a little bit wary of, like, Hull Breach in this kind of deck. I know it can, like, 2-for-1, but, like, rarely the thing with interaction like that is that you want it to 2-for-1, and it's a lot more like, shit, he has a Bolas' Citadel, and I need to blow it up, right? Decimate, same thing. The issue with removal is not, oh, why isn't it hitting more things? The issue is, like, I need to stop them from styling on me. And don't worry, we'll add more removal to replace these. Vandal Blast I do like, though. Vandal Blast is fucked up. Decimate is funny, for sure. I just don't think it's really aligning itself with what the rest of the deck is doing. Although, honestly, Vandal Blast is probably better as a... although it would hit our own pod if we added a Bane of Progress. Primer has some reasoning on Vandal Blast. If the primer reasoning for Vandal Blast is I play with a lot of artifact players, I'm going to lose it, Queef. I could clue into that, Queef. I'm running this hate card because the hate exists for a reason. Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't cut it. Excuse me. Sorry, I still have a cough. Golbez. Okay, I don't really like Sir Conrad. I'm getting a lot better from my illness. I'm literally like basically totally healed besides that persistent cough. All right, I don't like artifact mutation either. Okay, so we've made enough room now that we can start doing some additions. I feel like for me, the first thing that I'd be really interested in is like a Mirkwood Bats and a Warren Soul Trader. Captain Commando, thanks for the tier 1. So Warren Soul Trader and Mirkwood Bats are like, they just like make out sloppily when they're on the board together. And by that, I mean they have a lot of synergy. Well, I'm helping you. You have Warren Soul Trader now, which makes treasures. Pitiless Plunderer, which makes treasures. Let's add mana value equals for Grim Hireling. This fuck makes treasures up the ass. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create 2 treasure tokens. So this makes 6 treasures per turn rotation. Mahadi Emporium Master makes a lot of treasure. So tons of treasure. These are all tokens entering. The tokens now work with Mirkwood Bats. Let's talk about Living Death and why you need it desperately in your deck. Living Death is broken. Ideally, you'll have some amount of Bazooka Boggage going on, which you have White of the Reliquary, so you probably don't need Bogart Trawler as bad. Although with 37, maybe you want a Bogart Trawler. I do like Kalane. I don't think Kalane is correct for this deck. I think this is more of like an Aristocrats kill you deck and less of a beat you to death with a creature that we're casting kind of deck. Okay, I believe Valgavoth's good. Deadly Dispute's fine. Yeah, I don't like the ramp. I feel like we should just be curving out creatures and let the treasures do the explosive mana stuff. So let's go ahead and now add the stupid card. Lively Dirge. This is a black-green Sun Zenith. And it also lets you tutor to graveyard. And the joke here is that you go like, boop, 5 mana. You can get Yawgmoth directly into play or anything below him. All of these creatures you can get directly into play with the Lively Dirge. All right, let's play test this. You're about to see how stupid this is going to be with treasures. Although, hang on, I do want to add one more card. Let's add Saw Blade Skin Ripper is the name of the card. Very, very good. I've been loving this so much in Judith, and this feels Judith adjacent. Okay, I like Pest Infestation a lot. Sylvan Library is good, but it has no synergy. So, okay, cut Fumulus. We'll put Sylvan Library back in. Fumulus out. Here, you're about to be amazed by Mirkwood Bats. Type forest. Overgrown tomb. Hardy. Dink, dink. Dink, dink, dink. Dink, dink, dink. This is another good reason to have Saw Blade Skin Ripper, by the way, is because you can pod into it. Let's get Compy Swarm. Dink dink. Compy Swarm. Oh, we also got a treasure last turn from Mahadi. Hitless Plunderer. That's correct. Okay, Enduring Vitality. 1, 2. We already have 1 floating. Fable the Mirror Breaker. We're about to get another treasure on our end step, by the way. Compy Swarm copy. So from here, we need to go... Lively Dirge for... Okay, so in this position, what would be very nice is to have a Prowling Geist Catcher, right? So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Lively Dirge, Prowling Geist Catcher, right? Here, we'll use Swamp in place of Prowling Geist Catcher. And then you would go Black Carrion Feeder, 1, 2, 3, 4, Yawgmoth Thran Physician. And then you would go draw a card, 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 treasure, 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 right? So it would be 6 treasures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 treasures. Then you would sack this one, get another treasure, draw another card. These would all come back. Oh, we got Mazarek. Are you shitting me? Swamp. Get Bloodghast back. We could probably draw another 2 cards off that because we could put it under there before sacking it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mazarek Krowd Death Priest. And then now you have this whole board of BS. So here's the thing. That was all possible if we are running a card called Prowling Geist Catcher in our deck. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile it. If that creature was a token, put a +1/+1 counter on Prowling Geist Catcher. When Prowling Geist Catcher leaves the battlefield, return each card exiled with it under the battlefield under your control. So this lets you, for free, sack your entire board and then get it back. This is not bracket 2. I don't think, yeah, no. Need to remain within bracket 3. That is the part of the restriction. We're not joking around here, chat. This is bracket 3. And as far as I'm concerned, I do consider Dictative Erebos Grave Pack to be bracket 3 cards. Yeah, I had it in, played it a few times, just never did anything. So, like, can we, like, mentally just, like, remember the game that we were just in, Queef? Like, I think you're just mistaken. I think this card does a lot for you. This is all because of Prowling Geist Catcher and Yogg. Yeah. I think it's mostly like, I hate the Farseek you had in this deck originally. This is something I did for Judith. I cut all the ramp out of Judith. I think I might still have like an Arcane Signet. Maybe. Nope, I don't even have Soul Ring or Arcane Signet. I have no mana rocks in this deck. And I just rely on curving out. Curving out is way better for these aristocrat decks than spending your entire turn far seeking. Like, in my opinion, you should be running no ramp in this deck at all. And just like let Mahadi Treasures get you there. Okay. Now then. It might be Massacre Worm. If you have a lot of token players in your play group, then it's not Massacre Worm, but I think it is Massacre Worm. Because the way this deck plays, it feels like you're maybe like pinging off 1 or 2 of their creatures. And it'll cause like 6 life loss over the course of a game. But otherwise, this looks pretty good. I think you're good to go now. Some of my favorite Judith turns use Sawblade Skin Ripper, which is one of the cards I added to your deck. Because you'll have those huge, like, sack, living death, make a ton of treasures off Pitiless Plunderer turns, and then you'll get Sawblade Skin Ripper in play, and then just go take 30 damage. It's just, this card is very good in these kinds of, like, red-black based aristocrat stacks that tend to make a lot of treasure when killing creatures. All right. We'll be moving on now to Talia. We have an Iara First of Locthwain deck. Iara is my bid bag deck that I like to use like game 3 of Commander Night when everyone is settled and looking for something attritional. I like presenting and responding to threats rather than blowing up the table to pieces with huge token drops. She's a relatively recent brew and has undergone some revisions, but I love the feeling of being like the impending doom at the table. I do too. I love this deck. So I call Iara my drunk deck. I typically play it when I'm wasted because I don't have to worry about combat. It's just like you're dying when I play cards and then I pass. Okay. I'm a baby deck builder and only have like 8 months in the game, so I'm not strictly opposed to anything but Plague of Vermin and Crowded Crypt. I used to run Plague of Vermin, and I cut it. I found it way too boring. Crowded Crypt, I just strongly disagree with you. Crowded Crypt is very funny. If you can play Crowded Crypt, hang on, let me pull up Crowded Crypt, because I still do run Crowded Crypt in IRA. I run Crowded Crypt in IRA, and it's partly because the card is just like, it's terminally fine. This card's very fair. You need to play the Crypt for 3 mana, and then you need to sack at least like 20 creatures while this is in play. And then, after all of that, you pay 6 mana, 7, because you're tapping your mana rock, to then get that many black zombies. Heavily telegraphed. Someone can removal spell IR in response to that 7 mana tap out. And so it's... I hate to break it to you, Talia. I think you just have like wrong bias against Crowded Crypt, because I feel like this card's very good. If you're still like, I don't want to add it, then great, that's fine. But I'm challenging you there. I feel like Crowded Crypt's very cool for IRA, mostly just because of how like difficult it is to actually crack open. All right. So the cardinal sin of IRA decks for me are if you are running like a blood artist. And it doesn't look like you are. Wow, this deck is expensive. Okay, I don't like Cage Stun. There's better options. There's better options. I don't like Eternity Elevator. No, Scepter makes sense. Nyx Lotus makes sense. I really don't like this card. I don't know what we're doing here. We're in mono black. We can recur. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Bantu's Monument. It reduces 24 of the cards in our deck because it doesn't reduce Phyrexian Obliterator. And that's it. Okay, I don't like it. Soulstone, I like it. The Foot Boots. Hexproof and Haste. No. Whenever a creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. No. No. Okay, great. So we've cut out all the weird protection cards here, as well as some of the weird ramp that I'm not really a big fan of, especially when we have such better options in black, I promise. Okay. Court of Ambition. I don't like the modality choice here. Yeah, there's definitely IRR brews that exist that care about Bantu's Monument. This is not one of them. Virtue Persistence is on flavor. Funeral Room, I'm really down on. I don't like Funeral Room Awakening Hall. It's too expensive to do the Awakening Hall, and the Funeral Room is added drain that you don't really need when your drain is on ETB and not on death. That's a major thing with IRA, is that you need to fight the urge to think of IRA as an Aristocrats deck. This deck is not Aristocrats. This is mono black Perforos. Like, let's get that to click for a moment. Okay, I don't like Undying Evil. It non-bows with other Undying cards like this. I like Undying cards in IRA. These are very good in IRA. Regenerate it. I don't like that word. Fake your own death. I want my bringbacks to bring them back into play from the graveyard. So Malakir Rebirth. So we get the re-entry of Grey Merchant of Asphodel. I hope you're running, question mark. You're not, and that's fine. That's a reasonable decision to make. IRA. So we can re-trigger IRA when it re-enters. I don't like the Archon of Cruelty without like a... Okay, you do have Reanimation. Do you have Discard, though? The answer is... You just have a fucking Yogg's Will in here? I don't like Fake Your Own Death. Feign Death. I like them to actually be 2 mana up front. Or 1 mana up front instead of 2. Supernatural Stamina. That's the last one I typically include. I love Kalatas. Kalatas is so fun. Okay, Bloodline Keeper out. Archfiend of Despair is fun. Budget isn't a restriction. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Holy smokes, this card's so dumb. Joe Russell, thank you for becoming a supporter of the channel. Bloodletter's stupid in this deck. Do you have... You don't have... Yeah, Crypt Ghast in. I wouldn't take Bubbly Muck out. Oh, with Peace and Love, Talia... I can't believe I didn't have Bloodletter in here. I'm about to introduce you to like 7 cards that are going to make you like put your head in your hands. Because this deck is one that I've had for 6 years. Okay, listen. I'm going to cut... You don't run Grey Merchant. Let's just cut the Obliterator. There's better ways to prevent people from attacking you. Oh, no, we have Nykthos. We have Nykthos. Put Obliterator back in. We're good. My fault. I didn't realize we were based like this. Tombstone Stairwell is fine, chat. No Mercy sucks. I would never put No Mercy in IRA. I don't like Nakara. It's too expensive. I don't like Necropolis Region. We shouldn't be attacking. I don't like Shieldred. It's too slow. Grave Titan's fine. Witch of the Moors, perfect card. I love this card so much in here. Yeah. No, if they don't want Grey Merchant in their deck, that makes total sense. Okay, I don't like No Mercy, like I just said. Sizen feels weird. This also feels very weird. I don't like Bloodthirsty Conqueror because it creates infinite loops, which you don't need, with cards that are very good with IRA. Yeah. I do run Grey Merchant of Asphodel in my IRA deck, and it's because I'm a horrible degenerate who likes that card a lot. Okay, here we go. Get ready for these inclusions. We have so much room. I'm super excited for you guys to see it. Saw in half. Hoarding Broodlord. We're tokens deck. What's the name of that stupid guy? It's Will. Zot's Will. If you control commanders, you cast a spell, you may choose both. Each opponent sacrifices the creature they control with the greatest power, and then exile all cards from opponent's graveyards, and then you make it X01 black throw creature tokens, where X is the greatest power among creatures exiled this way. So, can we just get rid of Turgid because it's unbased? Where's Turgid? Show me the Turgid. So Zat's Will's very good with IRA. So you go like Zat's Will, convoke the Hoarding Broodlord, and then after you convoke the Hoarding Broodlord, you get the Saw in half. You Saw in half the Hoarding Broodlord. Now you have 2 Hoarding Broodlords, which is 2 tutors, and then you get to find like 2 broken cards. Okay, get Temporal. No, Temporal Extortion's great. Hang on, wait, we have Bloodletter. And Archfiend of Despair. That's hilarious. Okay, good is an overstatement, but we have synergy, which is what matters. I don't like Carrion. I don't post the link until I'm done editing the deck. That was for the last deck, Emmanuel. And there's a reason they're running Turgid. It says a hate piece for their pod. Okay. Lord Skitter, Sewer King. Think. It makes rats. Ophiomancer. It makes Death Touch snakes. Dadar. It makes black zombie tokens. Pow, 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 pow. Let's look at my IRA deck for a second. I like Black Cat a lot. Yeah, we should add Bitter Blossom to this deck. You're right. You're right, Chimera. They're true. A little bit of humor there. Black Cat, big in love. Black Cat's really funny because you go to this on 2 mana, IR on 3 mana. Are you attacking me? Probably not. And then I can just sack it with IRA. And then you can also loop it with Witch of the Moors. Oh, gross. Vane Witch Coven. Get ready for this one. I play Black Cat. I sack it in response to the Vane Witch Coven trigger from the IRA trigger. I draw a card. I Vane Witch Coven, pay the black. Return this target creature card from my graveyard to my hand. Ta-da. Ogre Slumlord's fine. It's not the best card, though. I haven't been running it. Okay, here we go. Veto Thorn of the Dusk Rose. This card doubles your drain triggers. Enduring Tenacity. This card doubles your drain triggers, and you get 3 of them when you saw it in half. Mana value 2, type bat, gain, lose. Starscape Cleric. So 1 in a black. Offspring, 2 in a black. So 1 in a black, 2 in a black. So it's a 2-minute drop. Flying, can't block. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So this actually turns IR into Impact Tremors, and if you offspring it, every black creature that enters is 3 life loss for your opponents. In the same vein, we have the stupid 3-mana one. Where is it? Marauding Blight Priest. Right? Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Very good effect. I would like to see more Offspring cards in here, so I do think like Starscape Cleric is in. Lots of C mana value 3, no? Yeah. What's your point? I do like Dark Confidant in this kind of deck. You can just lose as much life as you want. We can also run Grim Servant as another saw in half kind of target. Boombosh Witches. Very good for devotion, but also pings off early game dorks. So, like, imagine the curve of Pumbaj Witches, Iara, Cletus. Where are you, Kalitas? Kalitas. And then you tap, ping 2 dorks with the help of an opponent. Or just ping 1 dork, you get ping for 1. You make a black zombie, and then you tap Iara, sacrifice the zombie. Right? Like, that's a beautiful curve, is it not? Okay, I feel like Kokosho is definitely, like, within the realms of... Is in the realm, like, of... This is very good in Commander, but it's not like Grey Merchant of Asphodel broken. Oh, once again, I don't... Let's not go infinite with the life loss and then gain objects, right? Archenemy's Charm is a lot of fun. I think that might be my final inclusion for you. Oh, Chthonian Nightmare. Yeah. I run Chthonian Nightmare in my deck. Chthonian Nightmare lets you turn any token back into Iara, which is infinitely better than any protection spell you could be running, because you get the drain of Iara. Instead of Wretched Confluence, by the way, I'm going to recommend Archenemy's Charm. Yeah, I could see running like a Toxic Deluge over the Victimize. But that's that. Mutilate's fine. Like, we can talk about Mono Black staples all day. Mono Black has infinite staples. I don't like Black Market. Consuming Corruption. Yeah. A removal spell. That also, hang on, wait. 1, swamp out. All right, we need Urborg. Tomb of Yawgmoth. Make everything into swamps. I also don't like Writ of Return. Feels a little too slow. Let's add an expedition map to find our good lands. All right. If we draw a land... Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Swamp, expedition map. Agadeem's Awakening. Get Urborg. Iara. Lord Skitter. Rat. Sack Rat to Iara. Draw a card. Swamp for turn. Jadar. After Jet Medallion. Get a rat that will sacrifice right away. Second main player land. Pass. Get our zombie token next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hoarding Broodlord. Saw in half. Actually, we'll keep IR untapped. Move to combat. Sack the Decayed Zombie. We could have left 1 more mana open, actually, if we could keep the rat. Draw a card. Okay, we miss our land drop here. Oh, wait, hang on, wait. We can just saw in half now. Okay, let's saw in half now. Hoarding Broodlord. I forgot we had Jet Medallion. Reanimate. Urborg. No, not Urborg. Cabal Coffers. Cabal Coffers. Reanimate Hoarding Broodlord. Hoarding Broodlord gets mana value 3. ID equals black. Yes, Urborg does turn itself into a swamp. Let's get Marauding Blight Priest. 1, 2. Oh, we can actually get a 4-drop. That is very good. I'm happy I have Vindictive Lich. That's one of my favorite cards in IRA. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Okay, this is our turn 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Archfiend of Despair. Each opponent loses 3 life as a Bloodletter Archfiend. Move to combat. Each opponent loses 3 life because of Rat token. Draw a card off our Zombie token. Whoa, hi, Yagawaswell. So, yeah. Hopefully you see the vision, Talia. Your mana value is very high. So, like, it could be hilarious to run something like a Keen Duelist in addition to the Dark Confidant, or instead of the Dark Confidant even. Because you can just go like, ding, beam you for 8. You also have Witch's Cottage to set up the top of your library. In fact, that's so funny, I might just like take out a swamp and put in a fetch land. Just get like an off-color fetch in this deck. So you can fetch for the Witch's Cottage. And then like put a Hoarding Broodlord back on top of your library. And then you go Keen Duelist on my upkeep. Ding! Oh, I have a Bloodletter of Aclazotz in play. And the Hoarding Broodlord's on top of my library. You actually lose 16 life. So yeah. Looking very good. Yeah, Volra's Stronghold's also pretty good. The only issue is I don't want to go too down on swamps and then have to worry about like expedition mapping every time because we are running Consuming Corruption. Anyway, glad I could help with your deck. Cat is up next. Yeah, once again, I'm also a big IRA player. I love this deck to death. Super excited for Bitterbloom Bearer and Duskmourn. Not Duskmourn, sorry. You know what I mean. Lorwyn. Lorwyn Eclipsed. Yeah, this is my IRA deck. Love it to death. Here, I'll just drop my IRA deck in chat. You can kind of take a peek at it. If there's any cards that you find interesting, you can put them in. I think I got like most of the cards that I like transplanted though. Okay. We have Cat, yes? Ugh. All right, we don't have Cat. Noah. Do we have Noah here? I have Noah. Great. Let's take a peep at this deck. Yeah, you can cast Meathook Massacre for X is 0 at any time, Beard Broken, but you can do it for X equals 1 for free with a Jet Medallion in play. Any cost reducers can help to pay for X costs. All right, let's read Noah's blurb here for Oloro. I've been watching your videos a lot, and recently I just wanted to say that I've enjoyed the ideas in the video, also the buy. All right, thank you. You don't have to glaze me. You've already paid for the deck review. You're getting it. Anyway, here's the deck list. Oloro. Ping. I'll try to be present. Okay, you're here though, so that's what matters. Noah. I've been playing the base Oloro precon since it came out, and I recently decided to sink some time into making this deck something I liked. The gameplay initially started with enchantment heavy Oloro of the Pillow Fort variety, since it's not oppressing as true stacks, and I wanted to impose restrictions on hitting me, but not playing in general. I didn't know it'd be read out loud. I'm new. Oh, that's a good one. I kind of waffled around in terms of finding a win con and settled on life gain fuel effects for what I pay for value or outright pinging via drain. I know the cheesy exquisite blood sanguine combat is in there. Oh no, let's cut that, sweetheart. You don't need this. No, my poor baby boy. You don't need to be running these. But I'm open to other. Yeah, we can do so much better. Oh, Emmanuel, you may go to the horizontal stream if you do not want to watch this vertical. This goes for all vertical watchers. I get more money if you watch me horizontally. So if you want to migrate to the horizontal streams on Twitch and YouTube, you may do so. Okay. I think I just see a lot of genericism and like pill affording that isn't really required when you're playing Control. I don't even like Angelic Accord that much. I always hate Ghostly Prison propaganda every single time. You have Phyrexian Arena. Oh, you are like the cardinal sin, baby. Oh my god, there's just so many effects in here that just suck. All right, we can do work. We can do work. If there was a deck list that just like every pet peeve I have, like this is the perfect list. I switched from horizontal to vertical because you're being mean, by the way. Sorry, I'm catty. Why are we running Greaves? What's the point? I don't know if I like ramp in this deck. It's mostly just to do with the fact I'm gonna even cut Soul Ring. That we don't. Our commander is 0 mana. We don't ever cast a Loro. A Pristine Talisman's kind of cute. Okay, Book of Exalted Deeds. This is a triple white pip card. How many white sources are we running? 22. That is better than most. Okay, don't like Well of Lost Dreams. White Aura's Sight. The Wind Crystal's probably kind of mid. I don't even like Darkness Crystal that much. We can do better than Aether Flux too, I think. All right, so we're left with Book of Exalted Deeds, but I don't even know if I like. So, I like the Debt to the Deathless. All right, let's get a little positive in here. I like the Debt to the Deathless. I would like to see an Exsanguinate. Join it. And then you can also run a Muddle the Mixture to find that Exsanguinate. Right, so now we have built a little package of Mega Drain over here, right? We have Exsanguinate. We have Muddle. Do we want to keep the enchantment theme? I was going to say Greaves for Cabal or something high value if it comes in. No. Sweetheart. Listen, if Cabal comes in and gets kill spelled, you are so happy. You just thought seized a kill spell. That shit feels so good. They lost 2 life, you gain 2 life. Okay, we have Zur. Zur's a good reason to have Greaves. But Zur should be here if you want Greaves, in my opinion. I don't know if I like Zur here. Okay. It looks like you want to do a little mixture of incremental and all at once life drain. Like Veto, Enduring Tenacity pull you towards I want to thermonuclear bomb people. Over here to the left, Exemplar of Light, Karlov of the Ghost Council, Marauding Blight Priest all say, I want you to do incremental life gain, right? So you're pulled in separate directions here. And I think the main thing I'm curious about is if you want to go like, do you want to lean more into incremental life gain? Like I gain life here, I gain life here, I gain life here. Or do you want to lean more into I thermonuclear bomb you? You're allowed to have both. I think it's better if you lean like 80% into one rather than the other. No Conqueror's Strength, we cut it. So do we want to lean more into incremental life gain? I want to lean more incremental though. Okay, great. So let's add the bat that we were talking about last time. Starscape Cleric, yes. The one with Offspring. Very good. Path. All right, this is fine interaction. I'll probably add a Generous Gift. But that's about it. All right. Not Mother of Runes, sorry. Well, Mother of Runes, like, is a better option when it comes to, like, a Grieve situation, and that's because Mother of Runes is very highly tutorable. And I believe that, yeah, you didn't mention anything like we can't tutor. So I'm really leaning towards, like, let's get, like, oh, that's a cool card. You just called, like, a 20-year-old card cool. I can hook you up big time, man. This deck's about to be so much fun to play. How do we feel about Mr. Negative, chat? Like, do we feel like we want to gain a bunch of life and then give that life away? And then just draw a bunch? I think that's hilarious. Seems really bad. Why? Why? That's an honest question. Why does drawing a billion cards seem bad? My friend said that Mr. Negative will be a top 5 CEDH commander. Oh no. All right. So, moving on. Guide of Souls. No. Yes, Guide of Souls. It's tough because we don't have a lot of creatures right now. We want to lean more into enchantments though. What's tough is like, okay, you want to do enchantments. I'm gonna tell you now, I don't think that fun life gain lies in enchantments matters. 7 mana draw bunch, why not Peer to Abyss? Because Mr. Negative's funnier, huh? And you can also reanimate this one, which I'm going to talk about soon with reanimate. You can't reanimate a Peer into the Abyss. Yeah, like we have Toxic Deluge for life payment as well. Okay, so here's my thought. Completely out of enchantments, like just entirely. Couple discard outlets that aren't that intrusive. Bitter Triumph. Bone Shards I'm leaning on a little bit, maybe. Pointed Discussion. I like Tortured Existence. That's a good recommendation. The hottest ploy. Oh yeah, we're blue black. We get to run like Frantic Search and stuff. What am I talking about? O draw, O discard. Sort MV. I would like to see a Gaia Reach. Three steps ahead. Ancient Excavation's a good one. How many lands are we running? Okay, this person does watch my videos somewhat. I don't like Fairy Macabre is not a discard outlet. And Putrid Imp is too low card quality for Commander for me to be very interested in it. All right. Hmm. Okay, so why Elish Norn Mother Machines? And the answer is that you can give away your life total and then just take it right back. You're thinking of Amalia. Shieldred. The Apocalypse, right? Shield the Apocalypse is gross. But it's really good with Mr. Negative, right? You give your life total away, you draw that many cards, you swap the life total back, you draw that many cards. Like, come on. There's not a queue for this stream, Lycon, but if you do !coffee in chat, spelled KOFI, you can get a link to get a deck review for next week. It does cost money. It's $35. But if you watch for long enough, you can earn enough channel points to get it for free. There's one slot left. So get it while you can. Worst case, you just get it for a Sunday stream or Tuesday stream in future. Okay, I'm going to add Fumigate. I like Fumigate. Animate Dead. You can get this with Muddle the Mixture, right? Think Animate Dead with the Muddle, because it's mana value 2. Buried Alive. Command the Dread Horde. Could be a fun card to include. I was thinking about Entomb, but I think we want to get multiple creatures at once. Perplex for Buried Alive. Let's get some more incremental life gain in. Mana value 1/0 gain whenever enters. Soul's Attendant, Soul Warden, Spectrum Sentinel are like my 3 go-tos. Leonin Elder could be good depending on your playgroup. All right. So Amalia now. Templar of Light's already in. Whenever you get... Oh, I like Unburial Rites. It's a good recommendation. Unburial Rites and Entomb. Yeah, Victimize is fine. I feel tough about it. Let's get Priest of Dire Fucks. Priest of the Fell Rites. Because this is fun to throw into a Buried Alive pile. How do you feel about Villas Broker Blood, chat? Like, I think it's pretty good. I don't like Doomed. What's that Villas? Phyrexian Delver. Vile Entomber. A little questioning on the Resplendent Angel here. Oh wait, whoops, accidentally cut Crested Sunmare. I thought it was the other one that tutors. One of my favorite cards is Cynical Loner. Cynical Loner's cute. It's just hard to tap her. I think what would be nice is like not a ghost way per se, but like an eerie interlude. Type Angel O. I'm pulling a lot of this from a brew that I've been working on. I think it's Resolute Archangel. Yeah, your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. I don't know if I like Cryptic Command in this deck. It feels like too many blue pips. I think Orc Lore Master is too slow. Cleric class is also kind of too slow in my opinion. Greed. Yeah, Dance of the Dead is a very strong card, if not very confusingly worded. It is good, though. Yeah, Greed was in the original. I don't know if I'm a big fan of it. Quaza is definitely very good. Yeah, I think Psychic Frog is probably a good call. Oh, let's focus a little bit more on the incremental life gain angle now. I do like Alenda's Hierophant. This thing does get huge. Banewitch Coven isn't the worst. God, these cards suck, chat. Yeah, let's get an Alenda's Hierophant. All right. Peep the horror. Ow. Ping myself for 1. We draw 1 card. Fuck. We missed our land drop. That was a bad keep. I just wanted to see what would happen. Okay. Enters tapped unless you can have 2 or more opponents. We do have 2 or more opponents. Enters tapped unless we have 2 or more opponents. We have 2 or more opponents. Veto. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we would have drawn more cards there. We would have drawn more cards because I forgot Aloro is stupid. My fault, my fault. We would have drawn like 7 cards there. So it was actually a very good hand. Ooh, Melish Norn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Violent Tumor. We ping ourselves for 1, but gain 2. Thank you, Brucerud, for getting a deck review for next week. That is the last one. Aha. Let's get Villis, Broker of Blood, entombed. Is it worth it adding Wonder to this deck? Let me answer your question. Not with a sentence, but with a preview of gameplay. Should we add Wonder to this deck? Like, I don't know. Let's add Quaza. So note, this does not work with Command the Dreadhorde. Command the Dreadhorde does everything in the wrong order. It goes, put them, lose life equal to their mana value, then put them into play. But this card's still very good for this deck because of Mr. Negative. And you can have a combo with Mr. Negative, Elish Norn, and Shieldred, or with Quaza in that exchange. Phyrexian Arena plus Reliquary Tower. I'm not going to put Reliquary Tower in this deck Discarding's actually very good for you. Like, we should just be discarding to hand size. It's totally fine to do. Counter target non-creature spell. I think I'm just going to cut, like, disallow. We did put in 3 steps ahead, so. Or Cryptic Command, my bad. Although I do like Whirlwind Denial more than disallow. I'm a Whirlwind Denial truther, especially in a 3-color deck. Okay, this hand's crazy. Rafine's Tower. Dink. Oh. Dink, dink. Priest of Hellrights. Dink, dink. Viscopa Guildmage. Weza. Okay, so far we gained 10 life. What a fucking stupid card. All right, pass. Oh, wait, no, this is a sorcery. We have to do it now. Draw 2. Okay, so this is feeling like pretty slow. What bracket is this? I'd reckon like 3, but you could like argue it's fine to play it 2. There's no game changers or anything, but there's a lot of tutors, so it does make it a lot more consistent. This hand, it would be so cracked if we drew a single black mana. There we go. Vault of Champions. Perplex. Get Buried Alive. Buried Alive. Priest of Fellrights. Mr. Negative. Weza. Two, three, four, 5. Priest of Fellrights on Earth. Tap, sack, get Mr. Negative. At this point at turn 6, we've gained 12 life so far. So that's -1, 2, 3. Let's say we took 5 earlier. So even at like 44, we're probably drawing like 8 cards here. Even one more because Soul's Attendants enter the battlefield. Swamp. Entomb. Pass. This is where a Victimize would be very good instead of like the Dance of the Dead. Because you could get like Queza and a Shieldred back, right? And then just like go insane. Archivist of Ogma is not guaranteed life gain though, which is really what messes me up. Queza kills 2 people and mills you out with Drogskull Reaver. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, technically Queza Drogskull is a combo. Which means you'd probably tutor it more often than not with Buried Alive. Whenever you gain life, draw a card. Okay, that's actually an issue with Shieldred. Womp womp. Bummer. It's tough, because we could cut Queza Shieldred and then just run that instead. Free of Perdition after the Mr. Negative. That's funny. I think maybe it is just correct to do like a Victimize. Although we don't run that many like low drops is the only issue. Tell you what, I'm gonna put in a ramp piece in the form of Sand Scout. Oh, I do love Sunscorch Region a lot. Regardless, Sand Scout is very good. I'm just gonna cut a Plains and a Swamp. And type Desert Thort MV. And we can get like Lazotep Quarry, which is very nice to have in this kind of deck. We don't really flicker, so we don't really need the actually I think black is our more important color. So I don't think we really need Arid Archway because we're not going to be flickering. This is a sick Mr. Negative deck. I don't know why it's running blue though. Have you seen the color blue? Why not tree? It's too slow. It's too slow. You have to commit it to the board and or somehow give it haste. Which I don't really like. Playtest. Okay, here we go. We have a Sandscout Hound. Draw. Swamp. Next turn. Plains. 1-2. Amalia. Next turn. Sandscout. Lazotep Quarry. Swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Violent Tumor. Mr. Negative. Plains. Mother of Runes. Sack Sandscout for white. 2, 3, 4. Exemplar of Light. We should have been exploring this entire time, by the way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, the Dread Horde. We lose 7. Doesn't matter. We're still at 45. Draw like 8. Buried alive. Oh my god. Jesus, look at this. Disgusting. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is doing pretty good. I think I'm going to add a Shattered Archangel. Shattered Angel, I think it's just called, right? Shattered Seraph? No. Yeah, Shattered Angel. You gain 3 life whenever land enters. I do like Evra. Ooh, you are right. Evra is really fun. I don't like High Priest of Penance that much in this deck. It stops people from attacking you, but so what? So does like Mother of Runes, right? And give her. Force of Despair is probably not worthwhile. Sun Scorched Regent. I do like Riot Control. I do think Ink Shield is like enough of a fog though. Okay, we did add a counterspell in Perplex. Let's take out Absorb. I'm not really feeling the Phyrexian Reclamation or Tortured Existence. I don't like Voice of the Blessed. I don't like Rock's Faith Mender. Fog, Ink Shield is, yeah, that's true. Ink Shield is a win con. All right, we can do Riot Control. All right, this feels pretty great. Soul's Attendant. Whoops. Let's do it like this. Black, white, hang on, 1, 2. And then -1. Amalia. Gain a life. Explore. Whoa, this is really good. I think we will mill it. White, Giver of Runes. That's our Explore. Draw for turn. Instant speed, ancient excavation, draw 3, discard 3. We also would have had explorers. Let's call these our explorers, actually, for Amalia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think that's too far-fetched. Because this would grow over time with the Soul's Attendant. And we have to discard 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't like Griffin Airy. And for Leshrai, there's a little bit too much mana. It's 7 mana to get Shield Ritter and Tumor. Why Sunscorched Desert? I don't know. That was already in the deck. Here we can hold up Ink Shield, Whirlwind Denial. Well, we explore on our upkeep. Wayza, probably. Yeah, that is Exsanguinate. Reverse the polarity. So in Commander. Oh, okay. No. We're running this. Hang on. I thought you meant like reverse polarity, in which case red blue is not in real. It's fine. I don't know. We're not really attacking so much as we're like doing life manipulation shit. I think this is good to go, honestly, chat. I think it's set to just like Quaze is gonna nuke people. This is gonna be fine. You're gonna have a good time with this deck. I base this a lot off of a brew I'm currently working on with like it's like a similar vein where I'm trying to reanimate big objects, but Ailey's the commander. And in fact, Evra would be hilarious in this deck, and I will be running Evra now. Are most of your creations deck that are going to be made or decks currently made? So this one is probably going to end up going to paper for certain. That being said, these are for stream. Okay, so we had someone who didn't show up. Kat. Is Kat here now? Yes, sorry. Okay, great. We can do you now. No, there's no reason to be sorry, by the way. So long as you're here before the stream ends, you're on time. And even if you aren't on time, you can make up the deck in a future stream. All right, we're going to talk a bit about Werewolves, chat, as our final deck for the day. Oh, hi, Maldhound. Welcome, Maldhound viewers. Guys have joined just in time. We have a 32 land deck we got to talk about. You know, who doesn't love 32 lands? So, let's read the blurb. This is the first deck I ever built by myself, and it's high time I upgraded it. I apologize in advance for the low land count, but it feels disingenuous to change it now. The changes I've made to it were swapping from not a wolf cards. So restriction, non-wolf / werewolf cards. You can't add them. Other than that, I feel like as long as it's wolf themed, it's good to go. I like owning all the cards for this deck as a pet deck, so nothing insane, although I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. I'll proxy lands. Okay, great. I want this deck to be a bracket 2 Werewolves Matters deck. Okay. So, let's talk about cutting cards. Fog. Holy shit. Actual fog. Oh my god. Yeah, Enray's Forerunners is not a wolf. What are we doing there? No. It's fine, but your commander does this better. This is all right. It's probably better as a stump stomp. Look, it's an MDFC. We've added 1 land so far. Broken Wings. Who hurt you? Heaven to Earth is... There's no way that's just, like, better than a, Mizium Mortars, right? We'll get to additions in a moment, chat. Let's just focus on cuts right now. Transform all humans, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by creatures this turn other than wolves and werewolves. I love this card. Great. Beautiful. That's fun. Obscuring Haze. Fine. This is another good fog. Like, these are both infinitely better than the fog you were running. Turn target creature or target enchantment. I think we should just back off these enchantments a little bit. Second Harvest. This literally has a wolf on it. We can't cut it. Return the Wild Speaker. Makes sense. Okay. Although it is a little awkward that a lot of werewolves are humans on the front, and then on the back are werewolves. So if you don't have a flipped werewolf, this won't draw you cards. There's probably something better than that. Okay. This is probably fine. Triple green. Do we have the requisite number of green sources? No. We can maybe fix that, though. But there is just better cards to draw cards with. I don't know. I kind of like Shared Animosity. We will be going that way. We have Tovalar's Huntmaster and fucking Hollowhenge Overlord. We will be going that wide, Choo Beans. I don't know how to feel about, like, all this ramp. Like, I think we should just be curving out werewolves. Celestis can stay. It's on theme. Let's add a copy of Arena of Glory. I do agree that Fire Saving Abamaya is worse than Rhythm. I can't spell Rhythm, chat. There you go. At least 6 more lands, right? Yeah, we're gonna add way more. I've not stopped adding lands. Bushwhack is a land, for instance, that we should probably be adding. Alney Ambush. Probably better than an Atraxis Fall. Bridgeworks Battle. Hessig Wolf Run better already be in. Yep, it's there. Ash Barons. Okay. We are slowly but surely getting there, chat. All right, I'm just going to hit this with the type Werewolf Beam and see how I feel about it. Rishkar's is definitely better than what was in here before. Hmm. All right, it appears that we have all the good werewolves, if I had to guess. Although I do like Ulrich a little bit. Yeah, like I like Ulrich a lot, actually. Maybe an Uvenwald captive. Just a dork. That's a wolf. Maybe some banding because wolves hunt in a pack. Do I have a mod online? Can someone ban that guy? Werewolf pack leader right there. Okay. All right, now let's hit this with the type wolf beam. Short MB. Fenrir is a really good recommendation, I feel. What the fuck? Huh? It was a wolf I had in my collection. All right, all right. Double A's. Is it 1A? Am I thinking of Hogak? I am thinking of Hogak. Yeah, okay, this is a wolf. A lot of your things are human spells, by the way. Oh gosh, excuse me. I still have a cough I'm getting over. All right. Isn't there a card with threshold that has to deal with wolf tokens? FO colon wolf O threshold. It makes like a no. I'm thinking of it makes like bears, right? Yeah, Grizzly Fate is what I'm thinking of. So Bushwhack, we have 38 lands now. So we can run Kazul's Fury. We're at 39 lands now. Very good. We can keep the other Arlens and stuff. That Arlen, though, is like really mid. It's not bad. What's the one mana value 3/0 flash wolf? Like it does it also makes bears, doesn't it? Motherfucker. Fuck yourself, Caller of the Claw. What the hell? God damn it, dude. Minus type wolf. Minus type werewolf. O colon wolf. Hmm. God, wolves suck, chat, don't they? Oh, wolf lay will happen. Sure. I do like untapping. Let's add Utopia Sprawl. And probably cut like Castle Embereth for another forest. And then we can add Wild Growth. Kessid's Cage Breakers is probably worthwhile. Does this go against your anti-wolf ethos? This guy shits out so many wolves in the late game, especially if you pair it with like a Malevolent Rumble. I will accept them. That is a good call. Malevolent Rumble, grapple with the past. Let's hit this with a short mana value. God, there's so many words on werewolves. Okay, Outland. Okay, great. We already have Outland Liberator. Thank God. For a second, I thought it was an N. I was about to be terrified. God, this fucking creature type sucks. Yeah, crash the festivities. It's end the no. I'm thinking of mana value 5, pop, play, flashback, battlefield. The mana value 6. Storm of the Festival is what I'm thinking of. This is the card that's super cool. Because we do have a lot of permanents. Traverse the Ulvenwald will be the last card. Let's play test this. Mossfire Valley, 1/2. Ulvenwald Captive next turn. Mountain, 1/2. No, we tap like this. 1/2. Wolf Willow Haven, 1/2. Good old Tovolar Dire Overlord. It becomes day. Next turn. Gain a life from Rugged Highlands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, don't play Rugged Highlands. Bridgeworks Battle. Tovolar's Huntmaster. Enters. Make 2 wolves. Next turn. Uh-oh. Upkeep. We control 3 or more wolves in our werewolves. It becomes night. This lets us transform any number of human werewolves you control. This is a werewolf horror, sadly. Ta-da. Sorry, did someone earlier say cut shared animosity? Curious. Also, let's not tap like an idiot. Noom. That was me. I still stand by it. Look at your screen! Look at your screen! You are a fool. All right. Call me crazy, chat. This board on turn 5. Mwah. Card is bad. I will die on this hill. Great, Choo Choo Beans. I'm glad to hear it. Shared animosity in this deck is good. If you have like Tovolar is already sucking your dick for having a wide board, and then you flip all your creatures and you swing with them. Shared animosity giving like +3/+0 is very good, and it's super easy to do that in this deck. And then the ceiling's higher. So I disagree firmly. I disagree very strongly. I think the one thing actually is I do want you to run Yavimaya. Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Turns everything into forests. That's very good for Howl of the Night pack. It's also very good for Utopia Sprawl. End of thought. End of thought. I mean, you can just do better with your lands, by the way. ID equals 2, type land, sort USD. $12, $5, $5. Hell, Grove of the Burnwillows isn't bad. Rockfall Vale. You do control 2 or more lands quite frequently in games of Commander. Arpulsion Forest. Great. Now all of your lands enter untapped. Yeah, Beseiju, of course, is just like good. Like we can sit here all day and like pick at the mana base. Actually, maybe not Grove. Burnwillows. Highland Forest. Ooh, it does contribute to forest count though, which I do like. Zandu Refuge. I even don't like Mossfire Valley that much. Okay, great. Mana value infinitely so much better. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm very impassioned about shared animosity. This card's very good. Okay, great. That'll do us. So YouTube, thank you for stopping by. I will be ending those streams now. Thank you, thank you, thank you.